In today's culture online, I feel like it's becoming more and more common to bash on tech jobs and even corporate life in general. And I don't blame it for shifting that way. But honestly, when I reflect at the last 4 years of my life as a full-time software engineer, it has been everything that I have been hoping for. And it has been living up to everything that I've wanted it to be. Believe it or not, all those videos that you see online about the lifestyles that some of these engineers live and how much money they get, all of it is real. All of it is actually genuine. I don't think that there are many people faking it out there. I know a lot of you are in the middle of your journey to pursuing a career in this field. And so instead of having to dread that future from all the negative sentiment that's going on online these days, I want to share my perspective a little bit and I want to give you something to look forward to. And so that's why in this video, I want to talk about why I love being a software engineer. The first idea I want to share is the most simple, but it cannot be ignored, and it's the money. I would just be flat out lying to you if I just said that money was not a big motivating factor for me. If software engineering paid minimum wage, I would absolutely not be sitting before you right now. But the fact is that software engineering is a very lucrative field. Tech space in general is a very lucrative field. And there's a really good reason for that, and it's because it's hard. It's really difficult, especially now if you think about how competitive the field is getting. The bar is increasingly getting higher, and the expectations for good software in the world just keeps going up. And even though software engineers make a lot of money, what I find more comforting is actually the feeling of being able to show up to work every week and getting paid on a routine basis. I know how much I'm gonna get paid every other week, and I can really base my life around this income, and I can live well below my means and just have a lot of money saved up. And with the money that I've saved up, at least I try to help to places where I can. Paid off my college debt. I've paid off some debts that my family has had. I helped pay for some surgeries for folks who needed the help. And to me, it just feels good to know that I'm able to help provide for other people from the work that I do. And in a way, even if the software I'm writing is not changing the world, the money I can provide to some people may be changing theirs. And to me, that really feels like financial freedom, to not be bound by money, not to be weighed down by it. Principle number 2 is that software engineering has trained me to do deep work. The pursuit of software engineering has forced me to become a deep worker, and that itself has been a tremendous gift. If you don't know what deep work is, there is this author named Cal Newport, and he's written a really good book about it. In essence, deep work is just being able to focus really intensely on a cognitively demanding task. And I'm not surprised that Cal Newport, who is a computer science professor, was the one who wrote about this topic. In the world of programming, you cannot get to the next level without knowing how to do deep work and working in flow state. And by pursuing a career in software engineering, you will learn how to do both of those things. Honestly, when I see people talk about deep work online, I don't even believe they know what deep work feels like if they don't have some background in programming or writing. That's how closely intertwined I think deep work is with the act of programming. And being able to do deep work is very much a transferable skill. So much so that I sincerely believe that if you know how to do deep work with enough time, you can do anything. Like seriously, you can learn and be able to accomplish anything. And if you look at so many of the successful people online, so many of them have studied computer science or have some kind of background in programming because they learned how to do deep work and they were able to apply that to other things, to other businesses, to other aspects of other fields, and they were able to excel in them. And in a weird way, deep work also gives me a sense of comfort like money, because the world of work is a combination of labor and deep work, and software engineering has at least solved half of that equation for me. So even if AI comes and takes my job, or even if I get laid off, I have some level of confidence that I'm gonna be able to learn and pick up new things that are gonna matter, and new things that are gonna be able to keep me having a job. Which leads us to principle 3, the satisfaction of solving problems and creating something. If you've completed stuff from school or just anything on your own, you know that there is like this surge of energy you get when you finish something and you see it to completion. And whether you make that thing for yourself or for the company, it was your hard work that made that thing possible. And there is just this deep inherent satisfaction with completing any task at all. Software engineering is just this constant cycle of solving problems and coming up with solutions for them, and then actually implementing the solutions, and then being able to deliver that and then see it come to life. That's another thing about software, is that the loop of time it takes to complete something is so short. Like I know a lot of people who are engineers at like manufacturing companies or automotive companies, and a lot of their projects span from like 5 to 15 years in the future. That's such a crazy long time to see your work come to life. But with software, literally it can take like as short as like a day for people to see your changes and for you to make an impact. I mean, obviously it doesn't always take a day, but for software, like a lot of the features that we write, it'll take like a month or two for that people might be able to see it. It's that fast timeline that you just get so much satisfaction because you get to pump out so much stuff and it's really satisfying. There's no physical limitations to it. You don't have to go out to like a store and buy wood. There are no physical barriers or limitations to what you can make. Everything you need to do and you can do are just at your fingertips, and there's no physical barrier to what you want to create. The last principle I want to share is that the 9-to-5 life really can be great. Ironically, it grants freedom, despite what everybody online tries to tell you. Free to do what you want after work. When you work in software, or any 9-to-5 in that matter, you know what you have to do every day. The tasks are set aside for you, and you just have to show up to work and complete the tasks. After work is done, you don't have to think about work. And you can just do your own thing, and you can do whatever you want. As long as you're getting your tasks done on time, that's it. Work is done, and you don't have to think about it once it's over. And then after work, you can spend your time in any way that you want, and you can spend your money in any way that you want. This principle is really a combination of the first two, that with the money that you get from the job and the ability to do deep work, you can be able to pursue anything that you want. Even right now, I'm filming this on a fancy camera, and I don't make a living from this, right? Like, I'm not a professional videographer or anything, but I'm able to just have fun making these videos, and I just get to spend my time how I want to. And the reality of working in the tech field is that even if you spent all of your evenings just watching TV and playing video games, you are probably getting ahead of majority of people just because of the line of work that you're in, the money that you're making, and the skills that you're building. And so in a sense, the 9-to-5 life can also be comforting. You know what your days are going to look like most days, and you can plan your life around that. So it really felt like I was just bragging about my life for the last 10 minutes. I swear I'm not trying to do that. I just wanted to share the aspects of this life that I really enjoy and that I appreciate. I am extremely thankful for everything that this career has given me. I just want other people to be able to look forward to that and be able to have the energy to keep pursuing. I know it's hard at times. I know the world can be really negative, but I sincerely believe that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and there is like a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Like, the life I've been living has been really nice, and I am appreciative of it in every way. And so if you want to build your skills to do deep work, and if you want to be able to make money and be able to live a nice life free from financial burdens, then this is totally the career for you, and I wish you the best of luck. Peace.